beaming in. I'm here this morning. It's June 2018 to try and wake America up to the fact that Armageddon is here. We get sneak attacked by North Korea. I met God last year in 2017, and He handed me the light of God. It stays with you for about a week, after which God told me Armageddon's here to move. I live in South Florida, out the city, He said. Any city you'll do, as long as you move out of it, that we do get sneak attacked by North Korea. The leader, Kim Jong-un, is the most evilest soul here right now on earth. God told me what it takes to be evil, like He is. You have to do your sins and think that they're funny. God told me that's why the guy is always laughing, because he thinks everything is funny. He thinks it's funny. He made his decision last year in September of 2017. That's when the trumpets were played in the book, in the Bible, the seven trumpets. There's seven of them. They were all played last year. The first five happened in an hour of the war. The first two are when Kim fires nuclear missiles up in the air and out in the sea to get our fleet. God said He fires dummy missiles up in the air with the real missiles. And He simply walks like dominoes, nuclear missiles out to our fleet and destroys it. God said that our fleet is still working on World War II tactics. They are all bunched together. That's how He destroys it so easily. And the missiles get through. God said a third of America will be laid waste too. So a third of the land will be no good no more. That cities all over America will get hit with nuclear missiles. They are going to get through. God said there are no secrets. The leader of North Korea knows everything. He buys satellite time to deal drugs for them and made chemical labs in North Korea to make all the chemical drugs that you find around the world. Everything from chemical marijuana to chemical cocaine to chemical methamphetamines and this new stuff that's out, Korean dust. God said that's what we get sneak attacked with too. God said this, His chemists and scientists over the years have found a way to make the drug times a million, where it doesn't matter how much you get in your body, a little bit or a lot, it pops. That it's like love and light is trapped inside of a demon, that you're criminally insane when these chemicals get in your body. God said they come in snowflake form in the missiles, and they blow like dust in the wind from one end of America to the other. God told me to stay inside for a week, to come out on the eighth day, because the chemicals lay on the ground. Whatever they land on, they stick to, and they lay there for a week, and they slowly evaporate. God said the only other thing that can get rid of them is a hard rain. It washes them into the soil, and then they disappear over a week. God said that Armageddon is here. When He handed me the light of God, it's the knowledge of knowing that there is a God. There is a hell. There is a heaven. God showed me where heaven is, the way hell works, the way heaven is, everything here on earth. Uh, God told me everything. That's what the light of God is when it's handed to you. The knowledge of knowing that there is a God, how everything works, and some other cool stuff too. That as I go and grow, I'm learning that I have eye of sight from it. I can see things that are going to happen. Uh, God told me all of this is going to happen, but I can see other things that are going to happen too from God handing me the light of God. I'm trying to get at least one person in America to believe me and move from where they're at out the city into the, well, woods like I live outside of a small town as where I live at now. I moved from South Florida and I live outside of a small town, hundreds and hundreds of miles away from any city as where I move. God wanted me to move to a Pacific location, but you can move anywhere, God said, out of any city you wish to. You can move and you will be safe when the war starts. God said He couldn't tell me exactly when we get sneak attacked, but it's going to happen soon because the leader of North Korea thinks we're coming in to kill him like we did Saddam Hussein. And the buildup over there keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And when he thinks we're right there, ready to come in to kill him, he's just going to sneak attack us. God said He planned this again last year in September, as when He started building two palaces on the border of Russia on the back door, a little one and a big one, near some lakes and some rivers, God said, and stocked them with 300 years worth of food. God said His people are already there, and He's already got everything set up. I talk to God all the time now, since I have the light and I embraced it. I talk to God just like I'm talking to you right now. My prayer the night that I met God is that one other person would get to meet Him when I met Him. Because I went online to a site I always go to, and other people did get to meet Him. I asked Him for me to know one, and I do know one. She lives in Paris. Her name's Eminem, and she's moving out the way of the war too. Just because America gets sneak attacked doesn't mean that other parts of the world aren't going to get attacked too. God said He's got missiles aimed everywhere. Whoever He thinks is His enemy, He's got missiles aimed at. God told me when the war starts, missiles are going to land everywhere that He thinks are His enemies. God told me He's got over 100 nuclear missiles, not just 65 like they believe. God told me He's got 28,000 chemical missiles. And God told me He's got 20 something thousand missile launchers that launch missiles on stage one rocket truck launchers all over the country. He positions them where He knows we're going to fire nuclear missiles back and lay waste to them. He's counting on it. His plan is simple. When he sneaks attacks us, he'll be in his palaces on the border by Russia when he gives the order to fire all their missiles and don't stop until every missile is fired. God said the truck launchers are just simply going to fire and reload missiles and fire and reload missiles. God said they fire missiles, dummy missiles, with nothing in them, up with this two-stage rockets. They fire simply one-stage rockets up in the air with the two-stage rockets, so the two-stage rockets can get through, to give them a chance to get through. God said that Armageddon is here. Once again, my prayer that night was to meet one person. And my prayer, and the reason why I do this, is for one person that I get to know that moved out the cities like I did. You can email me simply by emailing swagadelic 5050 at iCloud.com. That's swagadelic5050 at iCloud.com. And you can tell me what you're doing, and I can send you everything I have. I've wrote books on the subject and put them online, hoping that people will read my books and move, that I can convince people that Armageddon is here and to move out the cities. My hope is to save people's lives. God said when your soul's caught in a nuclear bomb blast, it's frozen for 1,000 years. And God said the rapture happens 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. When an angel comes down, they rapture your soul to heaven or hell. When you die, an angel is there. Your guardian angel is there. You have a bunch of guardian angels. They're family that you know that made it to heaven. They take turns guarding you, and they escort you to heaven or to hell. There's a gate above us called Heaven's Gate, and there's a gate in hell called Hell's Gate. Angels don't refer to hell as hell. They refer to it as the pit of shit. That's how angels refer to hell. I have angels come visit me at my place all the time. Ever since I met God, I meet angels, just like the disciples did in the Bible. I meet and talk to angels now. I am a messenger for God, is what I am. I have messages that I give to people. I teach people too exactly what God has told me when He handed me the light of God, trying to get people to meet God too. I write about how I figured out how to meet God in my book. My book's on Kindle. It's called Swagadelic, Halfway to Heaven, Halfway to Hell. I wrote a bunch of other books too. I write all kinds of books about God now. As I write them, I publish them. If you simply type in the word Swagadelic, my books will come up. Or you can email me and I'll send you my books for free. Just simply email me and I'll send them back to you in e-reader form. And you can read them like that. I'm trying to wake people up to the fact that Armageddon is here. I was asleep too. God said it's a great awakening that night. I was asleep. I did not care about some leader of North Korea called Kim Jong-un, and I didn't care about some president that I thought was a playboy wannabe play president. I was wrong on both counts. The president is a really great man, God said, and he loves this country, and he has a lot of love and light in him. And Kim Jong Un, the leader of North Korea, is the most evilest soul here, and he has a lot of darkness and evil in him. God said the president does 2 terms. It's his destiny to be our great leader as we go through the war. Armageddon. Armageddon's here, folks. Whole heaven dear. Swagadelic, beaming out.